you're thinking about moving to Parkland, Florida. It's important when moving to a new city to evaluate the pros and cons and analyze whether it's going to be the best fit for you and your family. Parkland has a lot of pros, but it does have some cons, including a high cost of living. Today, I'm going to go over the pros and cons of living in Parkland, Florida, and I'm doing this in hopes that this information will help you with your move. And we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you'd like to know everything that there is about living in Parkland, Florida and in South Florida, then just subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications to be the first one to know what's new in the market in Parkland and in South Florida. My name is Castilia Caba with Living in South Florida. We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help with their move to Parkland, and we absolutely love it. So whether you plan to move in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even set up a Zoom so that we can help you make a smooth move to Parkland. The information is in the description below. Parkland offers an upscale suburban lifestyle with most residents residing in gated communities that are luxurious and have resort-style amenities. Parkland is named as such, Parkland, because it has numerous parks and wildlife preserves. Many residents have views from their homes that include lush green landscapes and beautiful bodies of water. Let's go over the pros of living in Parkland. The very first pro is the safety. So Parkland is often considered as a safe community with very low crime, and it has been recognized as one of the safest cities in Florida. So another pro for Parkland are the schools. The schools here are excellent. From high school, middle school to elementary, all levels, they are excellent in the public sector and in the private sector. So this is one of the things that people really focus on when they're planning on moving to Parkland. Another pro is the green spaces and parks that are here. Well-maintained parks and recreational areas are all over the place, and they provide a great opportunity for outdoor activities and relaxation. One of the bigger parks is called Pine Trail Park. This is a park that if you or your family members are in any sports, you're definitely going to spend a lot of time there. Pine Trail Parks has baseball diamonds, soccer fields, it has yoga, tennis courts. It also has a really nice area for going biking, running, walking, and a really large play area as well. Parkland is just a short 20 minutes from the beach, so even though you're outskirts of the cities and in a suburban setting, you can still take a very short drive to the beach. And the beaches that are close to Parkland, we have Deerfield Beach, Boca Raton, Pompano Beach. There are lots more that are offered as well. But basically, these are nicer beaches than some of the south beaches like Fort Lauderdale and Miami, in the sense that they are not as much of a spring break kind of vibe. So you're just gonna feel more relaxed there. There's gonna be more space to spread out, and it's gonna be a lot more clean and family friendly. Parkland is also a short drive from other recreational activities such as mountain biking, golf courses, and country clubs, water parks, zoos, and water sports. Some popular water sports in South Florida include boating, snorkeling, scuba diving, paddleboarding, kiteboarding, and much more. This area is truly a paradise with all these activities that you can do pretty much year-round. Another pro about living in Parkland is the wildlife. There's the butterflies, there are really unique birds, and then there's the ocean creatures. So we have manatees, turtles, colorful and unique fish. So snorkeling and scuba diving in South Florida is an outstanding and unique experience that I would definitely encourage everybody to try. Parkland is also known for its wildlife refuge and preserves. One of the biggest ones being the Loxahatchee National Wildlife Refuge. That is on the northwest part of Parkland and Broward, and it is a really big area. This is located at the most south part of the refuge, but you can also do some airboat rides there, and you can see a lot of wildlife. Parkland is also very horse friendly and has equestrian facilities and events. Another pro is the proximity of major cities. So even though Parkland is and has a suburban feel, it is within reasonable driving distance from major cities such as Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Boca Raton, and West Palm Beach. Offers accessibility to other urban amenities and job opportunities. Many people that live here work outside of Parkland and in nearby cities. We also have 3 major airports that are pretty close by. So there's Palm Beach International Airport that is 40 minutes northeast of Parkland. Then we have Fort Lauderdale International Airport that is 30 minutes southeast from Parkland. And then we have Miami International Airport, which is 50 minutes south. We also have 3 cruise ports in West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami. So those are very close by. Don't have to worry about taking a plane in order to get your cruise. There are 2 train stations that are in proximity of Parkland. We have one which is the Tri-Rail commuter train. This is 15 minutes from Parkland in Deerfield Beach. And this is a great train if you need to commute to and from work and you have to go longer distances, or also it can take you to the Fort Lauderdale International Airport, and it can take you directly to the Miami International Airport. Then there's the Brightline train. This is a more premium train. In fact, there's even a premium lounge that you can buy a ticket for. And this is 20 minutes from Parkland and located in Boca Raton. This will take you from West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, Aventura, and to downtown Miami. All right, so let's get into the cons of living in Parkland, Florida. One of the biggest ones being the cost of living. The cost of living in Parkland can be relatively high compared to other parts of Florida and even the nation. Check out this. Parkland is 2.7 times higher than the national average as far as the median home value. That is a really big difference. So another con of living in Parkland is the hurricane risk. Being located in Florida, Parkland is susceptible to hurricanes and tropical storms, which can pose threats during hurricane season. Hurricane season is from June until about November, and during that time there are daily thunderstorms with lots of lightning and really big downpours. So just make sure when you make your move to Florida and possibly to Parkland to have a real estate agent that can help you with that, to know whether your home that you're interested in is in a flood zone, and that they can help you with getting and purchasing a homeowner's insurance and flood insurance. Another con is the traffic. So while Parkland itself may have less traffic congestion compared to other large cities nearby, we are surrounded by these larger cities and experience traffic during peak commute hours, especially if you're commuting outside of Parkland for work or for other things. Another con is limited public transportation. Because we're in a suburban area, there's not a lot offered as far as transportation, so you're definitely gonna have to have your own car in order to get around. Another con is the weather. We already talked about the risk of hurricanes, but we also need to speak about what we don't like, and that is really high humidity in the summer, and it can get really hot. So it can get as high as the high 90s during the summer months, which is from June until probably October, maybe the start of November. The rest of the year is actually really wonderful, but those parts of the year that are really high in humidity and in temperature might be really hard for some people to adjust to. Another con that a lot of people tend to freak out a little bit more than they need to about is the unwanted wildlife and pests in Parkland and in South Florida. Being in Parkland, you are right up next to the Everglades. You're gonna have the chance of an encounter of an alligator, iguanas, and snakes to be higher than some other places in South Florida. The biggest thing is to understand the nature of these wildlife creatures and just to take care when walking close to water, to make sure, like if you have a small pet or a small child, to be careful and look out for them. Another really annoying thing are mosquitoes, ants, and roaches. All 3 of those are really big things that are very common in the households in South Florida and in Parkland. So just make sure that when you move here that you hire a trustworthy pest control company that will help you keep your family safe and your home pest-free. Another con as far as wildlife is the ocean wildlife. So we are here at the ocean, so we have sharks and we have jellyfish. There are some other ones too, but those are the big main ones. So just make sure when you do go to the ocean that you are checking out at the lifeguard towers. There are information boards that you can look at, and they'll give you information about the weather, riptides, and dangerous wildlife. Another con is the lack of urban amenities. So while Parkland is in proximity to major cities, it may lack some of the level of diversity in culture and entertainment that some of the other larger cities might have. An example of that might be that there is not a large shopping area that's right here in Parkland. You're gonna have to drive to go to that. Parkland has one grocery store and has a very small collection of restaurants and entertainments. I hope that the information I shared today helps you make a more informed decision about your move. It is essential to consider your own lifestyle preferences, your job opportunities, and priorities when deciding whether Parkland, Florida is the right place for you to live. Researching and visiting the area in person can provide more insight into the specific pros and cons that align with your needs and expectations. So please remember, whether you're planning to move in 9 days or 9 months, just give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or set up a Zoom so that I can help you make a smooth move to Parkland or to South Florida. And until next time, I hope to show you around town.